Hey friends, what's going on? So I have a warm-up exercise for you today, and it's going to be based on the E major family of chords, which normally would look like this, right? The E major, the F sharp minor, the G sharp minor, the A major, and the B major, right? And then the C sharp minor. But what if we took all of those chords and we simplified them, right? No more bar chords. And what if we really embraced and leaned into these three notes, right? The sixth string, second string, and first string. Right? Well, it turns out that those three notes are in the E major chord already. So if we leave those notes open for all of those earlier chords I showed you, right? The F sharp minor, the G sharp minor, etc. What would happen is instead of playing a full F sharp minor bar chord, we're just going to play the fifth, fourth, and third strings, but leave the first, second, and sixth strings open, right? So this would be the F sharp minor. Instead of this, it's going to be this, right? Number one, it's going to sound a lot different. It's a lot more, it's open, literally, because it has these three strings left open. But it has a nice, I don't know, a different sound. You get the droning openness of the E, but you also get these notes, which are in the F sharp minor chord. So it kind of blurs the lines between a clean chord and a very, just a sprawling chord. But what happens is when you combine that with the other chords played in that same manner, the E, the F sharp minor, the G sharp minor, the A, and the B, back to the A, and then another E up here, right? So this E, this B, this A, right? This G sharp minor, this F sharp minor, and this E. You're only using three notes for each of these chords, no bar chords, right? They all sound open, they're all easy to play, and it just is something that's fun to do when you pick up the guitar. You can combine these chords, like building blocks, in any way you want, right? Maybe you just want to go between E and A, right? And what I'll say about this one is notice how these three fingers are playing notes that are in the same shape as they are down here on the E major, right? So E to A. All we're doing is moving these to the 7th and 6th fret, right? And that also applies to the B. Same shape that's used in the A and the E. So if nothing else, that could be a little exercise you could do, right? Go from that E to the A to the B to the A, right? And again, I'm strumming all 6 strings with all these chords. Again, it kind of slopifies a chord. It makes it less defined. It's kind of like a cheating A major, and this is like a cheating B major, but it sounds enough like them where you can kind of pull off the melody you gain, right? The kind of sounds like you're going up, right? Okay. So that's it. Let's look at some other ones you could do. You could just practice going from an E major to this F sharp minor and then back again. And the cool thing about this little trick, this little riff, is your index finger is going to stay on that third string for both of those chords. So it's going from the first fret to the second fret. However, because it's on the same string, it's a lot easier to switch, right? You're not having to pick it up and go somewhere else, right? You're just moving it up one, then you just focus on moving these fingers right here, right? So that's also true for the G sharp minor. Okay, the G sharp minor admittedly sounds a bit more dissonant, right? Because the E and then that note, I think it's a D sharp. Ooh, it sounds rough, right? But it adds a bit of character. And if you want, what you could do with the G sharp one is just don't play the 6th and 1st strings by virtue of muting them, right? I'm muting them with this finger and over here, this finger's touching it. So I just have the middle 4 strings of that G sharp minor. And that kind of lowers the dissonance a little bit, right? And then back to the A and the B, and then you can play this E up here. 7, 9, 9. And then for the C sharp minor, 11, 11, 9. Another cool riff you can do is going from the C sharp minor to the B, to the A, and then back up to the B. And then repeat that, okay? C sharp minor to the B, the A, and let's go back home to the E. All right, so that's something else you can do as well, but there's all kinds of fun to be had. So what I would recommend you do is check out the notes and tabs and chord sheet I've made up for this song. Reference it, and if you want, just sort of, go through these chords once, realize that they're a lot easier to play than bar chords. Again, they sound a bit like less well-defined and less tight, but in that openness and expansiveness, you kind of gain some cool, just musicalness. And just try these out when you're picking up that guitar. You don't need to approach this as some kind of structured song you're playing. It's just building blocks, like old school Legos where you just dump them out and you see on the label some different things you can build with these pieces, right? That's how you should think about this, I think. It's the most helpful that way, at least. Or at least that's how I think about it. You can do whatever you want. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. But if you do want to try this out, again, check out the website, playsongnotes.com. And the notes and tabs are there that can help you learn these chord shapes, and then from there you can run with it. So this has been a warm-up exercise. I have a bunch more on my website. If you're interested in these, they're just meant to be more casual, like simple things you can get a strum at when you pick up the guitar, as opposed to one individual song that you might feel the pressure to like not mess up on, right? That can come, but warm up first. Get the blood flowing, right? By then you're gonna want to get into other stuff, and you'll be ready to, right? You can't really mess up if you're just making it up as you go. So warm up, have fun. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.